What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's Monday. We had a nice Thursday off from streaming. We had some stuff going on, but welcome to the stream, everybody. April 7th. My guys, Phil, Dev, what's good with you, fellas?
Welcome back to me.
Oh,
you know what happened? Every time I'm not here, y'all just don't do a podcast.
The last two times that's happened, that's been the case. But
am I the straw that stirs?
In the off season, it is a little hard to find.
I am. So just so anybody's wondering, I am the straw that stirs a drink around here.
Yeah,
that's you.
That is you. How was your
big Phil's what they call him in the street?
Yeah, allegedly. That's what his name is. How was the con, Phil?
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. The con itself was very interesting. It was like Friday was cool. Saturday was cool for about half the day. I met up with some of the fellow vendors. We had a little group dinner at this Asian joint. That was cool. We always that's one thing that we've started doing is that we kind of have these people who kind of in our little community around us, and we all get together for dinner on Saturday night. And then all hell kind of broke loose because on Friday the con had already started, and they made a surprise celebrity announcement that was very controversial. I think they waited till Friday on purpose, but it was Kevin Spacey.
Oh, House of Cards action.
Even though he was found innocent and the guy accusing him was told to get paid, everybody in the comments of the fan forums if you go spend money on him, you're defending pedos and predators and blah blah blah. And people were talking about we're going to protest. Nobody protested as usual, but everybody's making all this racket and noise, and it's just I don't know. And the weather was awful all weekend. It rained all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday up in Pittsburgh, so that sucked too. But I always have fun at these things. I see people that friends with, whether it be fellow vendors, a couple of cosplayers that I know, even though I don't cosplay myself and I never will.
Sure, that's what you say.
Nah, trust me, I can't do it. There ain't nothing. There's nobody. I can only cosplay as two things.
Nah, man, you can be like the white version of stuff. I've been the black version of Super Mario before. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff. I've been
I can either be the Hulk or the Thing. That's the only thing I can do.
No, man, hold on. Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. You can pull it off.
Probably could, but still.
Do it, yeah.
Nonetheless, I'm busy
trying
to help sell art. I ain't out here trying to cosplay.
That's not
it's not my thing. I want to be comfortable when I go to something where I'm going to be standing for 11 hours a day.
No.
Literally 9 to 8 on Friday, 9 to 8 on Saturday, and 9 to 5 on Sunday. I almost put in a full work week.
You can be Kingpin, dog. I'll come as Blade. And it's only at least Shang-Chi for Steve, but we're gonna. He's cool though. He's 10 rings and shit.
Nonetheless, it's a good time. Pittsburgh is always an interesting city. I got the good news while I was sitting at the booth that OV broke the record.
OV.
And my buddy who's the artist is a Rangers fan. And of course, he wants to argue that Ovi's not the greatest of all time.
What?
Oh, he's a Rangers fan, so it's either going to be Gretzky or he's going to throw in Mark Messier into the conversation. Because that's what Rangers fans do. I tell them 1994 was a long time ago, but they still want to argue. No, but we were arguing the metrics back and forth. I kept saying, I don't care if Gretzky has a whole bunch of assists. Gretzky has a whole bunch of assists because he wasn't scoring goals for about the second half of his career. You know,
Yeah.
that's all he could do is pass. He never played defense.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to talk about. I got some streaming videos there and some stuff that we can chat about with Ovi. So let us go
I
live
can talk
here.
about Obi all day long.
Wow.
I'm wearing my cap, sunglasses. You know, I'm so happy this happened, and it happened so quick. See right there.
Yeah, he still got a little hockey in front of him too.
He does, man. He's under contract for one more season. Hold on, let me.
That's the thing is that Gretzky got to 894 and then went pointless his last 9 games. I guarantee you, Ovi will not go pointless 9 games in a row to end his career. That will not happen.
Yeah, in a second, when I show the little graphic, you'll see that Gretzky started out. I mean, just out the gate, just
very offensive. And here's the thing, and this people hate when I bring this up. The average NHL game had a full goal. It was a full goal higher in scoring when Gretzky was scoring all of his goals. It was a more offensive game.
Yeah,
you know, goalies had barely wider than their shins pads. Now they're wearing like pillows all over the place.
Yeah,
you know. So,
do you think that he gets to 1,000?
Well,
it's possible.
Got to play another season.
Depends on how many years he wants to play. Because he did say that when he retires from the
NFL, how long do you think it would take him to get 1,000 if he stays where he's at?
He's got 14 straight seasons of 40 goals, which no one has ever done. So, if you do the math, I think he needs 2 more seasons to get that.
Think he can do it
if he wants to.
900 is going to be the
3 years. 3 years for sure. He could do it in 3 years, for sure. Do
you think he has 3 years left in his body?
He broke his tibia earlier this year.
Do you think he has 3 years left in his body?
5 weeks and still has over 40 goals.
Do you think he'll break? Do you think he'll have it in his body to do it though? Then he'll last 3 more years.
He could. It just depends if he wants to.
1,000 goals, bro.
That's a lot.
Did y'all think y'all would see that in y'all's lifetime? 1,000 fucking goals, bro.
I didn't think I'd see. I didn't think I'd see a hockey player break Gretzky's record. That was one of those goals I thought. It's one of those records I thought it's possible. It's hard.
I assumed it'd be possible because I thought hockey would start making it easier to score.
Well, some people say, well, the 2-line pass rule. Yeah, but again, the rules balanced out. The 90s were a terrible time for offense in hockey, and they kind of changed things up a little bit.
All the hockey, excuse me, I remember growing up as a kid from the 90s. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's easier to score now than it was in the 90s when the rules were very restrictive and New Jersey Devils hockey was in play. You know how New Jersey Devils hockey was in the 90s? They score a goal, and then they just sit 5 people in front of the net, and they also have one of the best goalies in the game, and just there. Yeah. I love this chart because watch the arc on Gretzky and Ovechkin is just a straight line up.
Yeah, so I turned the sound off because I don't know whose music that is, but this is the goal over time. You can see the goals on the left, number of games is the ticker that's going on their name. So it is really impressive, man. Extremely impressive. See, there was a lag. I think Ovi had some injuries. The Capitals weren't doing so well.
Then he took some steroids. Just joking. That's not true.
Watch at the end of the career where Gretzky just kind of slows down and Ovechkin just continues at the same pace. His pace just continues.
That's really crazy.
And the same number of seasons played.
Yeah. He tied him in the same number of games, and he broke it with 1 more. I mean, isn't that crazy? Same number of games as Gretzky, and he broke it the next game. He tied him he tied him a game early, broke it he beat him a game ahead, which is crazy, man. Crazy. I thought that was a pretty cool graphic that I wanted to show. So
Gretzky took the fuck off though, bro.
What's up?
Gretzky took the fuck off, bro. That was like cartoon show Gretzky era, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you old enough to remember that, Steve and Phil, the Wayne's Gretzky,
the Pro Stars?
and Pro Star.
Oh, Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky,
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Pro Stars.
That was dope.
They had a cartoon, they had characters.
They did.
Yeah, that's good stuff. What's up, Jack Attack? Oh, we broke the record against my favorite team, the New York Islanders. Jack, I was watching all the videos, and we're going to play a couple more, but the videos were insane. They were, it was about what I read and what I was told was about 50% Capitals fans made their way up there to show love. But when it happened, the stadium was bonkers. Straight bonkers. Even people who weren't even fans were going crazy for the goal. I mean, it was just I have a video.
Such an OB goal.
Like me, I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan, but
one timer, right from the left side. It's such an OB goal.
All right, listen to this crowd.
Nice.
And look people standing over here.
Whose camera was that?
This is taken from Mitch Tischler, who I saw Friday afternoon down in DC outside of Capital One. Just that instant reaction of it just gets me chills, man.
Did you talk to Mitch? Did you tell him he needs to come back on the pod?
No, he was putting in work, man. He was setting up. He was setting up the setup before the game Friday, right outside Capital One. He was all sweaty. He was nasty outside. I didn't want to bother him. I said, "Hey, what's up, Mitch? Good to see you, man." I didn't ask for him to stop working to come over and talk to me. So yeah, it was crazy, man. That's dope. I got some other video.
Y'all making me a cap stand, dog.
Good. We just took the dive afterwards that Phil was talking about.
I love that.
Yeah,
it's funny because he
here's a cool one. Phil.
I like this
NHL '94 redo. Great game, by the way.
I mean, this looks a lot better than that did because that was.
That's awesome. It was impressive. It was a double assist goal. It was a two pass shot, which is crazy. But
it's usually but usually it's multiple passes.
Are people saying it's like the Brett Favre sack that let Reggie White get the record?
Yeah, no,
this was a legit.
No, because Ovi had a chance to.
I actually watched it. I was and
he said, "I don't want an empty net." He put himself on the bench.
He had a chance to break the record and get a hat trick in the process the game before.
Right here, here it is.
Empty net goal, and he says, "I refuse to do it."
Right here. I'm not going to put the sound, but right here, he told us Carbler, he's like, "I'm good," or Carberry, excuse me, Carbler. I have a little friend who's Carbler. Carberry that he wanted to pull himself. And so our rookie Ryan Leonard got a goal on that empty netter. So anyways, good stuff, man. Hats off to Ovi. He is, he's goated here in DC. And that's just kind of what I want to talk about for the next topic. What's up, Ryan? Ryan Elias, go Gators. Hey man, I had Duke and Florida in the final and Florida Houston. I got Florida win it in one bracket, not the bracket that you and I are playing in, Ryan, but another league. I have Florida winning it, so I'm cheering for Florida too.
I'm not.
But this might be a little harder for you to answer, but you know a lot of athletes, you know sports. Is Alex Ovechkin the greatest sports icon in DC history? I was talking with my wife about this yesterday. I'm like, damn. I think yes, but I was trying to come up with people who would be relatively close, and I was like, okay, John Riggins, just because
are you counting DMV area?
DC sports. I'm talking Wizards, Redskins, Nationals. I'm not going to say Orioles because it would probably be Cal Ripken. So I'm just excluding. I'm saying Washington DC sports teams. I would say Riggins at first, maybe Art Monk because he had the receptions record. Hardly anyone from basketball. I mean.
Daryl Green is the first player to because he was here so long.
Yeah, the longevity.
Longevity plays a big factor into it.
I thought about Ryan Zimmerman, but he was just like a nice guy who played here for his whole career. But
what about Wes
Zimmerman's one of those Hall of Very Good guys.
Wes Unseld,
he's never a Hall of Famer, but he's Hall of Very Good.
Yeah.
What about Wes Unseld?
He's the only Washington Bullet / Wizards player that I would even consider making it on.
Nola Bradford Smith.
Louisville.
Both Louisville, by the way. That's the best player for Louisville.
I mean, Jordan played for the Wizards, so can I say Jordan? No. I mean, it's got to be Ovechkin, right? For what he's done, 895 goals.
Daryl Green.
Ovechkin holds the premier record in a Big Four sport. No other DC athlete does that.
Monk had it in receptions, which was pretty awesome.
What about
It
Max
got broken.
Scherzer?
Yeah, but it
Scherzer?
got broken, and
He was only here for a couple years, Dave. He was here for.
What about Kyle Ripken then?
He was at Baltimore Oriole.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
we don't consider Baltimore.
not in Baltimore because Baltimore's a different city.
What Bryce Harper?
Had he would have stayed.
Had he stayed, he probably would be.
Juan Soto, had he would have stayed, maybe.
Fuck Juan Soto, bro. My heart's broken.
It happens.
It
happens, man.
We have got
the baby mamas of Juan Soto.
Mamas.
We have a podcast called
Washington
Juan Soto's Baby Mamas.
Washington DC. I know DC. Let's be real. DC's Chocolate City, even though it's not really anymore, but it used to be. Still has a rep. So it's hard for him to embrace this Russian guy that plays a sport that very few black people play.
Yeah.
But let's be totally honest here. Who else qualifies? Who else can you look at and say that their resume stacks up to Ovechkin's in terms of what they have done and what they have meant for their sport?
I don't think
no one.
I don't
so, you know, it's got to be Ovechkin. Darryl Green probably number 2 for me, just in terms of revered by
Max Scherzer.
Only for a couple of years. Max was great, but
none of these guys were long term.
John Riggins.
You got to mean something. Otherwise, Sean Taylor's in the conversation.
So we agree. I agree. Well, I agree. It's going to be Alex, Darryl Green. Probably it's going to be Ovechkin, Darryl Green 2. Well, who's like 3? Wes Unseld 3. If you built the Mount Rushmore,
Riggins probably 3.
Mount Rushmore.
I mean, if you could go to Georgetown and say John Thompson.
I think football. Ooh. Damn, we got count John Thompson in there, bro.
Georgetown on a run.
Is Iverson in the conversation?
You know what? No, you're right. I can't say John Thompson because we said athletes.
No, you can
put Joe Gibbs.
Because Joe Gibbs will be on it. Joe Gibbs might be one.
Yeah, player wise. Yeah, player wise and athletes, man. It's slim pickings, dude. It's slim.
Wes Unseld. I got more than us, nigga. Shit, we got Ali game. You know what I'm saying? Is it?
Who is us though? What are you saying for Kentucky?
Kentucky sports. Like, I mean, I guess you go to a whole list of NBA players.
Professional sports in Kentucky, so a lot, right?
I know, yeah. It'll be all UK Louisville players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Ovi, man, and that's it's the one thing that Ted Leonsis did great. You know, he kind of ran the Wizards to the ground with Ernie Grunfeld, but he did right by getting Ovechkin. He did right by keeping Ovechkin, never letting him go. And you know, it's funny, Dev. Do you know that? I got to show you the video, man. What Ovi does, the song he sings before every game.
Oh, you'll love this one. You'll love this one, Dev.
Do you know?
He sings the same song before every game. Get him hype.
What?
Okay.
Play it, Steve. It's so funny.
All right, Dev. Here we go. This is Ovechkin. So this is his jam, man. He sings this every Bands make good day. 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 Bands make good day.
What black person did this to him?
Bands make good day. Bands make good day.
You know what happened?
I want the clip where he's going strippers and then starts singing.
I mean, Bands Make Her Dance is no. You ever heard the song Big Dick Randy?
No.
Oh my God! Before the pot is up.
Is that something we can even play? Randy. Is that someone else's music?
It probably is, but it's definitely a song called Big Dick Randy, and we're already monetized because we brought up the song Big Dick Randy.
That's all good. Ryan said Ovi is the GOAT. He single-handedly changed an organization, made DC a hockey town. He did, man. He truly did. I mean, hockey was always great here, but it wasn't like when Dale Hunter was here and the old
I know none of
Mike
these
Gardner.
What was the old
Cicerelli.
arena called?
Capital Center.
Cap Center. Capital
I
Center.
know none of these white people you speak
Yes, I know. It's okay. It's okay, man. What's up, Mr. Titan? How you doing?
Rock is cool, though.
I'm a Devils fan. It's
Well, how, Mr. Titan? How do you pick these teams? Because you're not. Aren't you in Texas?
He lives in Texas. He's a Titans fan. He's a
Devils fan.
Okay.
How are you a Devils fan? Why are you a Devils fan? Why?
Yeah.
By the way, on NFL Network, man, they're showing the Washington and Chicago game. I didn't know that. It's actually on
the Hail Mary game.
Yeah, showing the whole game. It just started. By the way.
Y'all know it ends. Y'all know it ends. If you want to see the raging climax of that game, you can tune into it after you're done with our podcast, people.
Oh yeah, don't
drink this much, Dev, but
why
I don't drink it often, but I got it here tonight.
Hey, shout out to my wife, by the way, who's in Orlando on a tech trip. She's having fun there. Shout out. I miss you, baby.
Miss you, baby.
I sleep in the middle of the bed like the letter T, dog.
Starfish.
Butt naked.
Starfishing. He says I'm from Jersey. I'm a Yankees, Knicks, and Devils fan. Okay, so he's got the New York roots then.
Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, big dog.
But
Knicks,
Alex, how did you not get swept up into the Jets? The Jets or
the Jets were never good. That's
Giants.
Jets were never good. That's why.
What?
Jets are never good. That's why they haven't been in the playoffs in 30 years.
And I think most people from Jersey like the Jets, right? And most people from the city, like New York City, like the Giants, isn't that?
No, Jersey split.
Generally,
if you're from Queens, Long Island, parts of Brooklyn, Staten Island, you're more of a Jets fan. Other parts of Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx, you're a Giants fan. It's kind of the same border. It's weird. It's the same border that creates Mets fans versus Yankees fans. Mets fans tend to be Jets fans. Yankees fans tend to be Giants fans. I think it's one of those things that the team that was there longer, like if you're a Yankees fan, you're a Giants fan because Yankees are the old guard team, and so are the Giants, as opposed to the Jets and the Mets. They actually came around the same time.
Are you sure you're saying if you're a Yankees fan, you're also a Cowboys fan, and you're also a Duke Blue Devils fan, you're also a
Lakers
fan?
You're not even a Lakers fan. You're a whatever team LeBron plays for fan.
Yeah, it's true as gravity, man.
They got that Cavs jersey.
True as gravity. It's coming. He started with McFootball. Oh, sorry, and fell in love with Air McNair and George. Man, Eddie George, who you had on your podcast, Mr. Titan had Eddie George on his podcast, which was awesome to see. Good stuff, man. I like it. All right, guys, let's talk some Wes Welker. Wes Welker to the Washington Commanders as a personnel analyst. That's random.
That's a name you didn't expect it to come up on
was not on the bingo card today, right? Was not on the bingo card today at all.
No.
But he's here. He's on the staff. He's a personnel analyst.
Second best receiver on the team right now.
He's not necessarily a coach, so he'll be working with personnel staff and coaching staff. And when I asked Grok, so what does a personnel analyst do? Like, it really broke down what the personnel analyst does. He's literally the interface between the coaching staff, the scouts, the GM. He's like a middleman. He's got to be it's kind of like a jack of all trades. So to me, that job requires some football IQ. It's not just give me a receiver who can play. Like, I feel like you got to be good at multiple things. So I don't know. But the linkage here. So he was on the Miami Dolphins prior to this. Hold on. He was trying to remember his exact role on the Dolphins here. He was, according to Wikipedia, what was he, guys? Somebody tell me. I'm trying to find it. Coaching career. Okay. He was started off on the Texans in 2017 as an offensive special assistant, special teams coach under Bill O'Brien. Then he went to the Niners under Kyle Shanahan to be their wide receivers coach. And then in 2022, he followed Mike McDaniel to be the wide receivers coach under Mike McDaniel. And then in January, he was fired for whatever reason. So now he's a personnel assistant on the Commanders. But here's the crazy part.
What's the crazy part?
So he has linkages to Debo. Apparently, Debo credits him a lot with him becoming a good wide receiver. That's the first part. Okay. So that makes sense, right? He played football with Cliff Kingsbury at Texas Tech. Okay, that's how they know each other. That's the second part. The third part, and this is my tinfoil hat. If I wasn't wearing this hat, it'd be a tinfoil hat. Tyreek Hill has been tweeting some crazy stuff today in the last couple days. And the Dolphins have come out and said they're getting tired of his antics. Wes Welker was the coach over there. He knows Tyreek Hill. And today, Tyreek Hill, after all the drama last couple days, making videos about getting traded, joking, throws up the peace sign. So there's a theory there could be a linkage to Tyreek Hill with Wes Welker coming to DC. Now, I know I just said a bunch of bullshit. What's your guys' take on Wes Welker coming to DC? And then do you think there's any link to Tyreek Hill?
I like Tyreek Hill. It'd be a total rental if you've seen what that cap thing would look like in about 2 years.
Could you imagine Tyreek Hill on this team? Now, we'd have to trade for him.
Oh, my God.
Dude, it would be insanity.
I'm telling you, I've already predicted we're going to score 60 this year. I don't know what, especially if we get that kicker from Miami. We're going to score 60 because all you need is 2 first downs if you take a touchback. All you need is 2 first downs. He got 3.
And we're
getting a dome soon.
I like the Ron Rivera and the Dan Quinn style. I don't need choir boys. I don't need commander football players. I want people who can fucking play. I don't care if you're a juvenile delinquent. If you can play, you can be on my team.
If we smoke weed and a mask.
I get it. Character guys, that's cool. But at some point, you get the best players on the team at any cost. You need dogs. You don't need a bunch of choir boys and a bunch of gentlemen. You need some dogs. We don't have.
Cowboys team used to be on cocaine, dog.
How many dogs do we have on this team right now? How many dogs are on this team? I'd say
Wagner probably one.
Wagner's a straight up dude, man. He's a straight up dude. He's professional. I'm talking about dog.
Dogs, man. More of them. I think
someone who gets personal foul penalties, someone who slams, someone who breaks the rules. Like, we don't have any dogs.
That was kind of dirty. I wasn't going that far. Damn, like Ted DiBiase over there.
I'm just saying, man. Like Marshawn Lynch was a dog. Like,
but he ain't like fuck nobody.
I'm just saying. Wide receiver.
Debo Samuels, bro.
I did not follow him close enough outside of his play. His play was good, but I don't know about his personality. DK Metcalf is a dog.
Yeah,
that dude gets into fights every game. Like, he is. I don't know, man. And Tyreek, he's what, 31? He's barely older than Terry McLaurin. But then again, now you're about to have a shit ton of money in the wide receiver room.
The old ass receivers.
Yeah,
fucking retired bunch.
So I don't know, man. It's kind of, that's why I say it's a conspiracy theory. I don't know how you make it work money wise. Tressway would have to come off number 10. He'd have to come off his number 2 years in a row for Tyreek Hill. But that'd be cool, right? But the Welker thing, I like it, man. It's a good addition. Just in all seriousness, you want to have good people on your staff. I don't know, Phil. What you think?
I mean, why not? I mean, somebody who was a premier route runner, was a great slot receiver, route, quality guy, and really made a career out of how smart he was as a player, because he wasn't athletically gifted relative to the great wide receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I would say anybody who's got that kind of a brain for the game, that's somebody you want on your staff in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's just another smart person in the room.
Agreed. And other people on social media were talking about, I know he's a personal assistant. I don't know what that does as far as actually training players, but is there something he can do to help Luke McCaffrey become a better wide receiver? I'm sure he'll be on the field. He's a player. I don't see him sitting behind a desk. But let me read to you what NFL personal assistant does. A key support role with the team's front office, typically working in personnel or the scouting department. Their primary responsibilities to assist the team's player personnel staff, which is Peter's staff, scouts, directors of player personnel, and general managers, and evaluating talent, managing rosters, preparing for drafts, free agency, and the season. They manage databases. They prepare for the draft. They do film analysis. They track roster moves. That's generally speaking, and I'm sure it's different for every team. But that's the gist. That's the gist of what he's going to do. So that's because you got to have some smarts to do what that says. Now, it could just be bullshit. Get a friend getting another friend a job. I don't know. But Wes Welker, man, he always seemed like a pretty stand-up dude. Did he have a lot of concussions? Or was that Julian Edelman? One of them dudes had a lot of
I think
concussions.
Edelman had the real concussion problems.
Yeah, I mean, these were the original Moxie guys under Tom Brady. All they would do is just. I think their route tree consisted of a hitch, a drag, and a slant.
That's gonna be a very interesting locker room, by the way.
Our locker room.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. A lot of personality. We're not used to having on there. I think we're going to get Hard Knocks because of this. I think we're shooing for Hard Knocks this year.
So there is a
Said that last year.
They did something for a waiver. I think we missed talking about it. Oh, here it goes. So NFL changed the Hard Knocks rules to remove a provision that limited teams from not appearing on the show. So now playoff teams from the season prior can now appear on Hard Knocks. And I get it. Dan Quinn's first year, Adam Peters' first year, they were nervous what was going to happen, but I think they've got something. Like, it would be a good season to have us on Hard Knocks now. Right? I think so.
You'd think.
Playoff teams were never allowed. Doesn't have to be a first.
It would be very positive Hard Knocks, you'd think.
Yeah. They have to have not been featured in the training camp edition for the previous 8 seasons. So that eliminates 8 teams. Does not have a first-year head coach. So we don't have a first-year head coach. We haven't been featured ever. So I don't know. Whatever happens, I know no one's getting the same access as the Giants gave, because they just ruined it for everyone. The things they said and the things they showed was just, I think we talked about it for what? Weeks after they showed that stuff on HBO. But yeah, Hard Knocks would be cool, man. Hard Knocks would be cool. So would you be on Tyreek Hill, Phil?
If the deal's right. If the money's right. Don't.
It's a money thing to me.
It's a money thing. It truly is a money thing. And what are we giving up?
See my tag. Every man has a price.
Money.
Yeah. Fuck Virgil, by the way. No, I was joking.
What?
Fuck Virgil. No,
took me a second to figure that out.
Peace,
Yes, I got it. Virgil.
Rest in peace, Virgil.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestling, Phil got to meet
I got to meet Bret the Hitman Hart.
The Hitman. Pretty cool. That was a pretty good.
That was an A1, because that is my favorite wrestler of all time.
Pretty good.
I talked to him for a minute. I told him, I said, I made an attempt to become a professional wrestler because of you. I said, now I was built more like you back in the day. I said, now I'm built more like your former tag team partner, Jim Anvil. He kind of laughed. He looked at me and goes, happens to all of us.
Old Brett. Good stuff. All right, we talked about Tyreek Hill. We talked about I do want to show you the Tyreek Hill message, though, because it is kind of funny. So here's the first one where it talks about him requesting a trade. So there it is right there. Dolphins are becoming increasingly frustrated with his antics.
What are the antics, though, man? I know obviously it's getting a bunch of girls pregnant.
No, well, I mean, he'd be good because the Commanders now have an A+ rating and taking care of families in daycare, according to the PA rules.
Probably one wants to be traded there. Free daycare.
Yeah, man. It's right here. Like,
it's definitely why I keep my job. I'll tell you that.
If you go look at his Twitter, Ty Hill, he said some, like, right here we go.
I would have done anything from
right there.
Put Ty in there, like Taiwanese chicks.
He did the peace sign. He's making videos about.
He does that every time he gets a touchdown.
He does. I don't have the video. There's a video of him making a joke about being traded. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, so, I don't think we should. I don't think we should do it. But if we did, hey man, they haven't made any wrong decisions yet.
Right.
So I'm going to just roll with the punches. I mean, I'd rather get a defensive end. If we're going to make a big trade, get Hendrickson. That's the big trade you should make.
Yeah. He's still out there, man.
Yeah, please get Hendrickson. I'll trade the first, man.
We only got so many draft picks left, though.
Yeah, I would trade the first. I would do it. Unless you
Second
think the nigga we
round.
draft is going to be better than Henderson. I ain't go get him.
Right, and at what position too?
You only got about 3 years to win Super Bowl with this cat at quarterback, bro. Before he got
James
started,
Pierce
before
might
he has to
fall.
be the best player at all times. He's going to have to be the best player. He's going to have to be Lamar Jackson in year 3, and that's what we win it here in the next 3 years, bro.
James Pierce might fall. That's all I'm saying.
James Pierce is good, but he don't really stop the run.
Play,
I take him though.
Right to us.
I like Pierce. He's one of those kind of guys you're talking about, the nasty guys with the problems and shit that like to fuck people up.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's start talking about wide receiver prospects. We started talking about we did edge rushers last week. We went through some just generic rankings just to stimulate conversations. We'll do the same thing looking at some PFF. This is just PFF. It's one source, but it's just a list of their prospects to see if anyone would like to talk about any of these dudes. So just off the jump, their number one ranking guy right here, Ted McMillan, Arizona.
He's not. Don't even look. Just keep going.
I know.
He's going way before.
There's video of this guy praising Jayden Daniels. He's like, "Who do you want to play with?" And the reporter just starts spitting out quarterbacks in Jayden Daniels, and he chooses Jayden Daniels almost every single time. Luther Burden is a guy who's been kind of mocked to Washington earlier in the draft discussions, not so much anymore, but
if he's there, it'd be hard not to take him over something you need. It would be hard. I feel that way about him or Mecca as well. I feel like if one of those guys is there, I would still maybe wouldn't take him, but it would be hard for me to hate on the squad for taking him.
I feel like this draft is deep on wide receiver talent.
I agree. I think you should wait this 3rd round.
Yeah. So wide receiver Emeka Egbuka is getting a lot of run with
Egbuka
with the Washington Commanders as well. That would put 2 Ohio State wide receivers joining Terry McLaurin. Egbuka's a good receiver. I watched him play this year because I just found myself watching him at Ohio State. Great receiver. I think you can be happy to have him. I don't know if he might fall.
That's what I'm saying. If one go to 29, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be hard not to take him.
Matthew Golden, he's on PFS Big Board 29. Let me look at his
another guy that if they take him at 29, maybe it'd be hard not to take him. Are these just wide receivers? I'm assuming, all right?
These are just wide receivers. Matthew Golden at the combine. He's a Texas guy. He measured in 5'11", 191.
Yeah, I really don't want another short sub.
4.29 40.
Yeah, that
4.29 40.
But that changes things. What I was gonna say.
5'11", 191. That's kind of what Terry came in.
Yes, that changes things. Speed. Yeah.
Isn't Terry around a 5'11", 191, 5'11", 200 guy somewhere in there?
He's also a 4'3" guy too.
He's 6 foot
6 foot.
And he's
about 210.
And he's a 4'3" guy, and he showed it this year.
Yeah, he did. Phil Bullock, what's up, bro? Better late than never. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button for us.
I'd be interested to know if Terry McLaurin did some kind of different workout to break tackles and take off running. Like it sounds like he just started doing that.
He had the extra gear. Ayo Menor, Stanford.
Is that the tall guy?
We're already down.
It's Alec Is he a tall guy? I can't remember. There's a tall guy I liked. I can't remember this.
Let me see. Elick. Ayo. Let's see what he did at the combine here. What are his combine numbers looking like? I
got 3 screens on the one being
3 screens. 6'2", 206.
Yeah,
red shirt sophomore.
I watched a couple of his stuff.
He's rated on the NFL Network as a good backup with potential to be a starter. His 40 was a 4.44. Not bad. 4.44.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Fast.
Yeah. Jayden Higgins, the guy who Phil is very high on from Iowa State, ranked at 39th.
Jayden Higgins and Jalen Noel, but we'll get to those.
By everything I've seen, Jayden Higgins will likely be available at 29. It's just a matter of do you take.
He may be available later on in the draft.
6'4", 214.
That's why I like him.
That's a big
Question
that's a
I
big
have: what's he
body.
running, by the way? But
He's also a 633. Will eventually be B plus starter is what he's being ranked at. Oh shit, I should have been reading the weaknesses and strengths. His 40 yard is 4.47. Not too bad. He started out at Eastern Kentucky, and then he went to Iowa after that. According to Lance Zierlein, his strength, he's big bodied, runs route smooth, good balance, effective use of size. Hands are natural, soft, and stud, and competes for catches. His weaknesses: unable to sink hips for sudden stops and sharp cuts.
You don't need him to do that.
Will need to operate with a limited route tree. I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
No second gear to prevent corners from closing. Finds himself in a high number of contested catches. That's how we do it in Washington. Below average run after catch talent in small spaces. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
He ain't gonna
He
shake
doesn't
you.
allude to he doesn't slip the tackle.
He's not wiry. He's not
He ain't
slippery.
He ain't 2025.
Okay.
Terry can wiggle through things and break through.
Yeah, we found that out.
Terry kind of slips through on screens and such. Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Diami did. Diami can has that wiggle. Oh yeah, you remember Diami Brown doing that?
He is number one fan
on some of his screens. I mean, dead serious. On some of his screens, remember, like towards the end, he did have some, wiggle through the line.
Maybe I remember Terry's more.
Oh, I know. Diami is easy to forget. Yeah, so I don't blame you there. But
the more I think about it, the more I am going to miss Diami Brown.
The more you think about it,
just brought something so special to the team. It's going to be tough without him.
He's going to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. You know, it's funny. You got Jackson Jaguar fans on X saying, "Oh, we're so excited for our number 2. He's going to be so good. He's going to be such a good compliment to Brian Thomas Jr." I'm just like,
you have not watched tape.
I mean, he'll. You know what? He'll probably get you 650 yards, maybe 700, 5 touchdowns. He's probably okay for that. In a pure number 2, that's fine. But that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get anything special. Yeah.
Okay for you.
He'll be all right.
I'm mocking you at this point.
Yeah. I think he can get 700 yards. He got what? 400 with us?
I think he can.
400 with us and like wide receiver 5?
He'll get it just off of sheer volume if he's their actual number 2.
I don't think they have anyone else right now. I looked at their list. I couldn't tell you where any of those guys
are. And if Diami Brown can't crack the top 2 receivers in Jacksonville, that right there tells you everything I've said is correct.
Yeah, probably so, man. Probably so. Jack Beck, TCU. Don't know much
about Jack Beck. I've seen his name come up a lot lately.
He's getting you know what? I'll let you guys. Do you know what he looks like? He's right there. Jack Beck, TCU. 6'1", 214. Okay. People are comparing him to Eric Decker. It's so funny that when
Decker,
I don't know what, like, I get it. It's just so natural to compare people of the same race. Like, you'll never see a white receiver compared to someone not white, or a white, like Cam Scatabo. His only comparison is Peyton Hillis or Mike Alstott. It's like he is not even, he's like 40 pounds lighter than both of those guys. Yeah. Like, I think Cam Scatabo's comp is Maurice Jones-Drew.
Like,
that's what I think.
He's 5'9".
Are you really? Giants fans? It's just funny. I just like it's just funny how you can see that. But yeah, Jack Beck's getting compared to Eric Decker.
Every time an Asian guy starts balling up, they compare to Jeremy Lin. Every time.
Who's that?
Anytime an Asian guy goes out,
Jeremy Lin. That's right, superstar.
Every time. He had his moment.
Or Yao.
Yeah, nobody actually
did not run a 40, so I don't know. Not showing it, but either way, let's see where we are. Jalen Royals. Don't know much about him. We can look at him. I'll just keep scrolling until you guys find someone you want to look at. Kyle Williams, Washington State. Trey Harris, Mississippi. Xavier Restrepo. He seems to be falling further and further down. He's the guy that ran a 40 slower than Trent Williams. Everyone had all this hype about him, and he ended up running like a 4.8. I don't even know what he ran. 4.8, something like that.
It was something noticeably slow.
I'm gonna look at his numbers. I don't know if he ran at the combine. He definitely ran it at his pro day. Oh my gosh, look at his face. Look at his face.
That
He has something coming out of the side of his
thinks
mouth.
he's the shit with that crooked smile.
You see, that's crazy. Huh.
That is a super crooked
Unless
smile.
he has like a deformity or something. I can't tell. 5'10", 209.
And
No, he did all
forward Trent Williams. Yeah,
he repped
the
out
NFL
17.
stands for this guy. The NFL will stand for not for long.
Not for long. He did rep out 225 at 17. What's his strengths? High volume, high impact weapon.
I think they said that wasn't true, Phil, that he actually came out and ran like a 4.5, they said, but that wasn't true.
Well, he came out and said he tweaked his hamstring before.
Yeah.
So he ran that on. I mean, who knows, right?
That's
You got to say those things. I would say that. I would just say it anyways. You don't have to know. I mean, you're not gonna.
Man, each time I ran on a torn ACL, but it's going to be fixed before the season starts without surgery. Trust me.
There you go. His weaknesses: ideal size, likely to check out as quicker than fast, and that there's something to that. So there's 40 time and there's game speed. I get it. There's a difference between the two. Like John the Rocket Ross was a perfect example of that. That dude was a 4. Does he still have the record? Or did Xavier Worthy beat it? Either way, that dude's game speed was not low 4.2s like his combine speed was. He was still like top 5 because of it. He's not. I don't even know if he's still in the league anymore. But game speed and practice speed, man. Short arms create a smaller catch radius for quarterbacks to throw. You're not going to fit in on this team, buddy, if you have a small catch radius. That's not what we do here in DC.
No, we do contested balls and
position flex.
Position flex and
and Buffalo nickels. Come on, get with it. Well, hold on.
Oh, shake all that stuff you just said because that's all last regime.
I know it is. What was the other word we called Buffalo? Did you call it Buffalo nickel or you call it something?
I called it hero back.
Hero back. There we go. Everyone else calls it Buffalo nickel.
That's what it was called. That's what Penn State called it.
Yeah. There you go. Who else, man? Jaylen Noel, Jayden Higgins' teammate.
Yes,
hearing some pretty
Jaylen Noel. Both of those guys from Iowa State are very good. They have very good hands. They catch everything that comes their way. Problem with Jaylen Noel is that he's smaller, so he doesn't have the size advantage, and he's not the most athletic guy.
Yeah,
he's definitely faster than Jayden Higgins.
5'10", 194. 626. Did he 439? Okay. Jayden Higgins, what, 447, 448? Yeah.
Jayden Higgins is also 6 inches taller.
That's true, which is a big deal.
That is a huge deal because we haven't had a big wide receiver that's been a real huge threat at wideout in a long time.
Yeah. Well, good short area burst, quick in play, good acceleration to the routes, legitimate punt return, kick return, plus vision. That's huge. Vision's a big deal.
I mean, if he can return kicks, it's always nice. It's going to help him.
Yeah. Maybe this guy could be – so this – I feel like this is kind of how people talked about Terry coming up in the draft. You know, willing to work in the teeth of the defense. Quality run after catch talent. I don't know. Legitimate kick. Wasn't Terry thought to be a special teamer when he got drafted? Am I crazy? Do I remember that?
You know, I hear people say that. I don't ever remember that being a.
I thought in the preseason they wanted him to be a kick return and punt returner in 2019. I could be crazy.
That was a smoke screen because then he came out and he was wide receiver 1.
He was drafted in the 3rd round too, which is crazy. Weaknesses for Jaylen Noel: lacks length and smaller hands. You said that. Unfocused and frenetic getting through patterns. Excessive settle steps. Drifts on turn speed turns. Focus drops have popped up throughout his career. Okay. Savion Williams. Isaiah Bond is another guy who's being talked about.
Isaiah Bond has been getting a lot of burn.
Let's look at him. Isaiah Bond. Combine. We're not looking at RAS scores either, man. We're missing the full picture here. Isaiah Bond, 5'11", 180. Okay, so he's even smaller. I bet you he's fast as shit. 5'11", 180. Will eventually be plus starter. 4.39. Okay, quick dude. So he's on the same. He was teammates with, who's the guy? Was it Golden?
Yeah.
Golden. Yeah. And played at Alabama. Okay. And what's his High school sprinter. All right. Natural hands, hips and agility. Weaknesses: 99 catches over 3 seasons. Oh, okay. So he doesn't have a lot of mileage, I guess.
It's been unhealthy.
Unhealthy, or what?
Maybe. I don't know this.
Did he not?
I don't want to put that on that guy.
Get the opportunities, maybe? I don't know. I might need to find a Texas fan and find out. You got Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning throwing the ball.
He was ass.
He doesn't do contested. He runs at 1 speed, and
runs at 1 speed.
That's what it says there. Could benefit from speed variances inside his route. So he runs his route at the
one tempo.
One tempo.
One tempo.
All like comes on.
Unless your tempo is a 4.0840, you need to change up the speed.
Yeah, it's like having a quarterback who can just zip the ball. Has no touch.
I run a 2-minute 40, and even when I'm out playing football, I will change the speed in my routes.
Oh, that's funny. Isaac Tesla. That's a great name, by the way. Tez Johnson. Watched him play with Dylan. The quarterback.
Here's somebody who's fallen down the board considerably.
Yeah. Ty Felton out of Maryland. So you're right, Phil. He was much higher on the board earlier. Let me see what they have his strengths and weaknesses as, because he was seen much higher in the draft earlier on. 6'1", 183. I watched Ty lots. I like him. Ashburn, Virginia. There you go. Oh man. He'd be the second guy from Ashburn to play on this team if drafted. 596, backup special teamer. Oof. 437. He's fast.
What's his name?
Ty Felton out of Maryland.
Trying to look at stuff up too.
Man,
he's out of here. Boing.
All right. Target load without flinching. Very good. Adequate separation from bursts. Moving in short catches. Tracks deep ball over his shoulder. That's great. Built up speed in the open field is evident after catch. Oh, all good things, right? What do they have as weaknesses? Strong press corners can give him the blues. I guess any short wide receiver does that, right? Or small. Regimented strider, upright getting in his breaks. Fails to adjust route and avoid coverage and contact space. Bullied at the catch point. Leads without the ball. Inefficient option once the route ventures beyond 10 yards.
Never once paid for drugs.
Never once paid for drugs.
Not even once.
Not built to offer much help as a blocker.
Yeah,
that bottom one right there might hurt you on this team, buddy.
Last two right there just said we ain't drafting you.
Yeah, ask Dotson.
Yeah.
Who won the Super Bowl? Who won the Super Bowl, by the way?
It's Super Bowl champ Dotson to you.
Yeah.
Dynamic Dotson to you.
Dynamic Dotson. Hey,
Dotson.
That's Mr. 10 catch last season Dotson. Eagles fans will still say they won that trade right now. I'm like, you guys gave us a third for him. He caught 10 balls for you.
We'll find out this year what that third is.
He made a contribution in the first quarter of the Super Bowl game. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. I'm like, a third rounder? I mean, I love Jahan Dotson, but I think we won the trade so far. Just admit it. Just say it. Just say it. I just want to hear you say it. No, man, we won that trade. I'm like, all right, guys, like, whatever you got to say. We don't dislike Jahan Dotson. We don't dislike him at all. I'm just saying. You traded a third rounder for him. I don't think you won that trade so far. Colorado State, Torrey Horton, Pat Bryant, Kanata Mumpfeld. That's a great name. Pittsburgh. Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech. Samuel Brown, Miami. I think we're getting
into a bunch of special teamers.
No man's land territory right here. So I think we're gonna go ahead and it'll probably stop. But
yeah. Now Nick Nash is one that does. I look at like. Maybe?
Yeah.
Go down.
Oh, you want to see?
Go down. Down. There you go.
I just jumped to him.
Okay.
Nick Nash. Okay.
So pull him up. Caden Prather's 29.
Old Nick
Nash. Look at Nick Nash because he's an interesting guy.
Ooh, 203. That's a solid size.
He's a slot receiver too.
San Jose.
He plays a slot.
Will eventually be a starter. That's what they have him at.
At that size?
6'2", 203.
Yeah. Oh, he's a slot guy at that size.
4'5", 40. Okay.
4'5". But most of your slot guys, not most, but a lot of your slot guys are very agile. They're not.
Burner. Yeah, you don't have to be. You just maneuver in space, get open.
You have to be very quick with the juke.
Yeah. Let's look
Great
at what Lance
separation.
Zierlein. Competitive nature jumps off the tape. That's a positive. Times up acceleration to give separation boost. Great. Explosive leaper. Great. Wins above the rim with body control. Timing is great. Potential to expand his route tree. Great. Former quarterback who can throw on gadget plays. I'm seeing nothing bad so far.
We see the weaknesses.
Will catch press punches and jabs in the chest. Ouch. Can do a better job of
Basically, he cannot
routes.
hand fight.
Should expect to see linear routes get squeezed by pros. Okay. Below average suddenness to escape in tight quarters. Not looking to get overly involved as a run blocker. Okay. Yeah, you might not make it. These two again.
But that size, man. If he's willing, if you can find a willingness in him when you interview him. 6'2",
hold up, Dev. You said
6'2", 203 physically favorably matches up against most corners.
You said Debo. You think Debo's going to be in the slot?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do different. You can do
Debo
many different ways.
Debo's a slot, bro.
Yeah.
Debo's gonna be lining up in about 4 different positions.
Because I was just wondering, we're seeing a lot of these guys who'd be great candidates for a slot, but if they have Debo a slot, do they get another slot?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't understand the Hill thing.
And I'm still just curious who's going to win that. What do they call it? The Z.
Yeah, outside receiver.
Yeah, who's going to get the other outside position?
I assume right now it's going to be
Luke.
Nah, Luke was a slot.
Gallup.
Nah, yeah, Gallup and Moses. Not Moses, but what's his fucking name? Brown.
Moses. Noah
Brown. Yeah.
Wrong biblical figure.
Moses Brown's a basketball player.
I would hate to see
Bible Moses versus Noah.
He played for the Knicks of Westchester.
I would really like to see.
But yeah, definitely
Luke get his.
Luke is a slot receiver.
Fair share.
Luke is a slot receiver, though.
I mean, look, we finally get to see a real position battle.
Do we know what Luke is though?
Slot receiver is what it says on the stat sheet.
I know, but I don't. I think he can be whatever he wants to be. Yeah, he's a big dude.
He does.
I try him out. I move around like Hill for the Saints. I put him at quarterback. I put that motherfucker at tight end. I let him play running back because that's what he did.
Yeah, I actually did we use him to throw the ball?
Yeah. He didn't throw it.
That's right. Yep. I remember.
Like,
we thought he should have. We thought he should have, but he
missed the
didn't.
receiver. Yeah.
That's crazy. As a former quarterback,
the receiver was Jayden Daniels too.
Yeah.
He should have thrown it because Jayden Daniels was wide open.
Yeah.
But that's funny that we had a former quarterback that we didn't use.
Here's the thing. That means you got 2 guys you can maneuver all around like that, in Debo and Luke.
Yeah, and Eckler.
Both of them on the field.
And Eckler.
I got a trivia question for you.
Position flex.
No, speaking of former wide receiver quarterbacks, I don't know the answer to this question. I'm disqualified. I want to see if you guys know. I feel like Antoine Randall, first off, passed a shit ton when he was in Washington. I just feel like we did.
I know the answer to this already.
All the time. I'm trying to see. Okay, here we go.
I know the
I got it. I got it.
I know the answer.
Oh, okay.
I know the answer.
How many? He was here from 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. How many pass attempts total do you think Antoine Randall L had in those 4 seasons?
3.
No, he had more than that.
3.
He definitely had more than that.
3. In DC, 3.
He's got like 9 or 10.
I bet Clinton Portis had more. Evan Royster had one.
He had 9.
Clinton Portis had a few.
His last season, he had no stats. But Antoine Randall had 9 attempts. I feel like it was more, but it's 9 on the books. I feel like it was so many more.
I didn't see that.
In 2006, he was 2 for 3 for 88 yards. 2007, 1 for 2 for 19 yards. 2008, 3 for 4 with but he had 2 touchdown passes during those 3 years he was throwing the ball. So,
Oh, by the way, so in 7 years with us, Clinton Portis had 6 passes.
6 passes. Okay.
3 completed. All 3 were touchdowns.
Look at that. Ooh, you know, I want to look up Logan Thomas.
Why?
Just to see how many passes he threw. I think he probably threw a couple.
Oh, Logan Thomas.
As a former quarterback. No, not Logan Bowles. As a former
Logan Thomas threw 1 pass for us.
No, he only threw 1.
Logan Thomas did throw a.
Remember, it was a better throw than any
28-yard pass.
Yeah, it was, and he showed
in
a stronger
2020,
arm.
the COVID year, over Heineke and
Yeah, stronger arm than Heineke or Alex Smith.
Yeah.
And
What's
Kyle
up,
Allen was
Tia?
hurt.
What's up, Tia? Good to see you. What's up, fellas in chat? Good to see you, Tia, as always.
But yeah, Logan Thomas. I remember that. I remember we came on the pod after that, and Rod sits and goes, and Logan Thomas throws a better ball than anybody on the same quarterback on our roster.
I like Logan Thomas too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Phil. I mean, Steve liked him a little more than all of us.
I did. I was a little biased. That's okay.
Right.
That moment has passed. Logan Thomas is no longer with us. He's actually no longer with anyone, which is shocking. I thought he would have played with another.
Hold on, we're gonna clarify that.
Logan Thomas he's alive. He is alive.
Yeah, he's not unalive.
He's no longer with any.
He was not endeavored to a permanent end.
No announcements made. Hopefully, the Logan Thomas family is
he's
great.
Still alive. He is still alive. I don't know if we have a Paul Rudd moment of the week. I think we might
Hey, Big Dick Randy.
Have you ever watched the show called The League?
Dick Randy. Yes, I think I did.
Yeah, Dirty Randy.
Nah,
that's the first thing I thought of was Dirty Randy.
Jesus,
big. This is someone else's music or YouTube video. It's on spot. Oh, it's just music.
Yeah.
Dig Bar.
Yeah.
Dev is ready for this.
You gotta show us the Paul Rudd motion.
Hold on. Am I gonna do this? I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
The Paul Rudd moment of the week is this music video.
We will lose pennies by doing this, fans. Just letting you know.
Well, hey, before you do this,
that being said,
pops up in the chat.
What's up, Dre?
My brethren, Salibu, Carr, and Wes Welker, him and Debo history. OV, Mount Rushmore, DC Sports, greatest DC icon, Chuck Brown, music wise.
Let's have a party. Have a block party. Let's go. Great album.
We're talking sports. It's gotta be Obi.
Yeah, I ran out of room, Chuck, on the I ran out of room on the slide, Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran out of room on the slide. So I meant DC sports icon, like Phil said. But you have a point with Chuck Brown. If we're talking just icons.
Very few.
The Godfather Chuck Brown.
I mean, if you did a DC, I'll tell you what, if you want to see something schizophrenic, do a DC music icons list, because it gets all over the place, because DC of course creates go-go, but DC also had one of the most influential punk rock scenes in the 80s. All right. And that's what's crazy, is that like DC music is all over. It's a little bit of everything. If you look at the music scene as a whole,
Wale,
not just
Duke
one
Ellington,
popular genre.
Fugazi,
Minor Threat, State of Alert, all of those bands. State of Alert is what later became Black Flag. Well, it was because it was Henry Rollins. Genuine. Do we count him as DC?
I don't know. Close enough, right?
We count him at Virginia Beach with all the Timbos people.
It says Forestville, Maryland, but he was born in DC. Moved to Forestville, Maryland.
I'll claim Genuine. Dude's got He's my favorite member of TGT.
Was it Duke Ellington?
Duke Ellington, the Blackbirds. I just put up a list. So you got Chuck Brown, you got all the go-go bands, Junkyard, RE, NEG, you got all the big ones. But that being said, I think we need to get to this Paul Rudd moment of the week.
I want Peaches and Herb.
Peaches and Herb.
Now it's time for my favorite segment, the Paul Rudd moment of the week. Every time I see Paul Rudd, I wonder if he made a deal with the devil to stay so effortlessly handsome.
I don't know.
What happened to the first guy? What happened to
he just going to play the same effing clip every pod?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this guy.
Has a visual that's actually Steve without the filter.
Steve when he had a hairline.
All right, so Dev, you want to tee this up? I don't know what this is. This is Dev's.
Man, I've never seen the video, but I've heard the song. It's hilarious.
All right, this is someone else's song. Now listen,
It's a Halloween song, not for kids.
We are reacting to this song. This is not our song. We don't own the rights to this song. This is merely a reaction to this song. So our thoughts are our own. We're not stealing this. Big Dick Randy music by Dick Bar, animated by Scooty Speedmite. So this looks like
great name, by the way.
We're in for a treat.
Perverted a little bit.
It's only 2 minutes and 47 seconds long. We'll stop this after every minute or every 30 seconds.
We're letting this roll.
No, we won't try to stay somewhat
Yeah. I gotta be myself. Oh, God.
Every clip, Phil. Every clip.
On Halloween, there will be a nigga, you gon' take his pain. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy.
I already don't know where this is going.
Come off mute. Come on.
Let it go. We're already in it.
You gonna take his teen. You gonna take his teen.
Hold on,
Big Dick.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm hurt. That hurt my ribs. That hurt my ribs. Come off.
It gets worse.
Come off mute.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Mute yourself.
All right.
Gonna take his pain. He's big and black. He will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Hey, Big Dick Randy. He take booty, not just candy. He dress up like he a granny. Then he be waiting for niggas to walk off alone. He make sure they ain't near no home. He sneak up and he let out a moan. He rip off your booty and then he is gone. I remember one day, it was like 2012. It was Big Randy. I could just tell. He took my booty and I couldn't yell. I got to the house.
Pause.
He took my booty and I couldn't yell. It hurt my ribs. It's hurt my ribs. Damn.
I feel like we just need to say pause over the entire song. Pause.
Bro.
Right.
And I said, Mama, it was Big Dick Randy. He came out of nowhere. On God, he appeared, and then he ran off on my rear. He took my whole booty and all of my candy, but you should be lucky that I'm even here. Randy's the real deal. He usually finished the kill. I guess I got lucky. I don't know how I made it out of there alive before that big nigga could fuck me. Randy is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Randy.
Oh my gosh.
Hide your daughters and hide your sons. No, get away from me!
Pause.
Don't pause there.
Never seen the video, but
if he gets you, you cannot escape. So just be ready, cause that booty's gonna get raped. Randy's taking everybody, he ain't scared of nothing. Halloween, so he'll turn that booty to his pump.
Oh my
He
god.
dresses up as a granny, it's a disguise. Then he walks up on you and looks you dead in your eyes. Then he just be like, hey, what's up? How was your night? Then he catch him off guard when he start fucking their butt with his pipe. He do it so good, he do it so right. He taking the booties on Halloween night. And if you take it as tight, he's gonna take it all right. So don't even put up a fight. On Halloween, there will be a nigga, you gon' take his pain. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Randy is the one. Hide your daughters.
What a good ending to the show.
Man, bro. Shout out to my homeboy at work, Sammy, showing this video today. Not at work. Right, listen, but it was hilarious, bro.
Dig bar. Oh my gosh, dude. That was hilarious, but I don't probably ever want to watch that again.
Never again. Ever again.
It's like Niagara Falls. I've been there once. I had no desire to go there.
That was a premiere and a finale in one shot.
Oh my gosh.
We are not doing that again. The funny thing is that's my sense of humor.
That made my ribs hurt from laughing so hard.
It's the Paul Rudd moment of the week.
Paul Rudd moment of the week.
Yeah. Oh, now we're going to top that one.
I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, Dre, I don't know, man. What is the mindset that goes into creating something like that? I mean, that is creative. You got to give him that. Like that is
How stuff like this starts.
creative.
You know how stuff like this starts. You sit around your friends, you crack a joke, and you just build upon it, and all of a sudden, like, hold up, I got an idea.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sound like an urban legend, like somebody made a song about saying, "Hey man, you better go out and trick or treating as a group or a Big Dick Randy."
I mean, most people just say like, "Don't go to the devil worshiper woods." I mean, these guys.
We got a lot of those. Don't step on the line. You like Marlene, you know.
You gonna take his pain.
Yeah. Look, yeah, we're singing it. It worked.
Ryan said Big Dick Randy giving Terry Crews vibes on Friday. Yeah.
Big Dick Randy.
Take this. Was it Hot Tub Time Machine 2 where they had to do you choosy doozy?
Oh yeah.
Take this. You got to watch the scene. I'm not gonna be able to explain that. Oh man, good time.
You ever seen I can't think of the show. It's a cartoon. Comes on about kids going through puberty on Netflix.
The Good Boys?
Nah,
it's a movie.
It's a cartoon.
Oh no, I don't know.
Big Mouth.
Family.
Big Mouth. Big Mouth is the name.
Big Mouth. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking of.
Big Mouth.
Yeah, there's a game they play. It's called Jiskit, but it's really just Limp Bizkit. They just all jerk off on a Trisket.
Oh,
it's terrible. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
At least they're not playing Monster Rain.
At least they're not playing Running from Big Dick Randy.
Yes. Man. We'll have to save that one.
That's up there with the cockroach milk, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
For discoveries.
Rodney would have appreciated that video.
He would have appreciated it. I'm going to send him a video.
Tell him to watch the last. We'll have to timestamp it. Tune to this part of the podcast immediately, and then just watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to send him the link to.
Oh man! All right, guys.
Be like, that's why I left the pod.
Yeah.
There's a part 2 I've never heard, by the way.
Yeah, we'll say that for another MOTW.
Yeah. We'll be back Thursday, guys. I think we're gonna do like a top 5. I think I got some good topics for like a free for all barbershop sort of thing, and I think I got some top 5s. But my idea for Thursday was to talk about the worst draft picks for each year in Washington Commanders history. We can go back 20 years. I think back to 2000.
Hard one.
Or we can, who goes? We can go back even further. It doesn't matter. We can go back to Joe Gibbs' tenure. It's an easy scroll if you just scroll up the list. But I think looking back,
the whole Gibbs' first tenure, he traded away all the draft picks. So
it might be even easier. But since we're coming up to the draft, and the draft is a crapshoot, it's hard to say who's not going to hit. I think the bust rate on first round picks is like 60%. It's really high. So let's go back and look at history of draft picks and see who's the shittiest in the first round. So we'll probably do that Thursday along with some other stuff. So first off in the chat, does anyone have anything good to share with us before we close out? Because we like to end on a positive note. Fellas, I don't know if you guys have anything or any parting words for the group before we punch out.
We are.
I'm still laughing at Big Dick Randy, bro.
Need that ringtone.
I do need that ringtone. It'd be hilarious. Be called to HR and it go off. Man, that's some comedy, bro.
Where is your ass? And
I didn't know I needed
candy?
it. I didn't know I needed it, but I needed it.
You should read the comments in this thread. Why the fuck is the animation genuinely fucking amazing? Wow, the piano is correctly animated. Someone correctly animated that piano. Imagine blasting this full volume on Halloween night on the street.
Man, I'm going to for sure. We do Jello shots at Halloween out here on the front porch. Yeah,
this guy said,
"Turn music up."
Help! I accidentally showed this to my family at the family reunion.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, we got demonetized. We helped these guys out. I mean, not that they needed the views. I'm sure it's over 1 million.
Somebody said this.
How many views
this is P. Diddy when October hits.
How many views does it have?
6.3 million.
Yeah, they need my help. I'm nothing. All we are is dust in the wind.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love you, Blue.
Ryan Ellis, Malcolm Kelly. We're gonna go by year, Ryan. So every year, someone's gonna take that L. Someone's gonna take Randy's. They're gonna take something from Randy every year. The comments on that video, you need to go back and watch them, are hilarious.
Dude, we need to create a Big Dick Randy Award. I don't know how.
BD
For
Randy
the
Award.
award for the Player of the Week or whatever. The Player
BD
of the
Randy
Week,
Award.
The Big Dick Randy Award.
You gotta go back and read this. Read the comments, man. The big bag of booties.
YouTube comment sections are either some of the worst things you'll ever read.
They are unhinged. They are unhinged.
It's
Parents are tripping.
I'm gonna lie. I'm glad I was
Apparently, it's super old. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's not new.
Somebody older told me about this.
Someone says, "Why am I watching this in 2024?" Like, to me, that screams just old.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, what? This banger will be back again in 2 months. Oh man.
Yeah, they got a part 2. Might as well watch it while we're demonetized. It's not gonna matter.
This guy says, "Who's here from the real where the little boy sang this to his mama?" Is that a real thing? Oh, hold up. If I could find that.
What if I I want to see that.
That song, just so you know, that song is 2 years old.
2 years old.
I'm 2 years too late to the hilarious.
By the way, there's not just a
there's
not just a Big Dick Randy 2. There's a Big Dick Randy 3.
Yeah, I'm only up to 1. Let's not watch these apart from each other. When we're done,
it's called The End.
When we're done with the pod, we gotta watch the other ones.
All right, we will. Yeah. Hey, Dre. We appreciate you, Dre. Let's save number 2 for Thursday, Dev. How about we do that? That can be our poll. Right?
I know. I think I'm spoiler alert myself. I'm not gonna lie. We can watch it now. Fuck it. But I'm just saying. But then I know I want to watch 3.
Save the content.
Let's take anybody in the thing want to watch 2 with us, bro, or listen to 2 or however.
Spread it out like Randy spreads booty cheeks.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes 14. Let's wait till Thursday. Don't watch it. Dev. Be strong.
Force is not strong with me.
Be strong.
Hey, but there is a new Batman Ninja movie
it's funny you say funny you use that. It is funny you say that because do you know who was at this con this weekend? The headliner.
The headliner?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Batman Ninja.
Hayden Christensen.
Ah, little Sith Lord action. That's funny so your con in Pittsburgh was the same weekend as Awesome Con here in DC.
Yeah, trust me.
Why do they? That one. But why? I don't know why. I'm assuming it's not put on by the same organization.
No, no. Steel City Con's actually privately owned, is independently owned, whereas Awesome Con and Galaxy Con,
like a chain.
They're franchises.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They're franchised out.
And Awesome Con, I believe Awesome Con travels around the country, right?
Yeah, they have different ones. Like Galaxy Con does the same thing. There's a Galaxy Con Richmond, there's a Galaxy Con Columbus, there's a Galaxy Con Raleigh.
Same thing, different locations.
Yeah.
Basically, so Steel City Con is only in Pittsburgh.
It's independently owned.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's one of the reasons why we like it. Like, because they're fair on vendor prices relative to other places. Yeah. Much more expensive than some of the other ones we run. But it's a bigger con, but it's not like MegaCon or CelebCon or GalaxyCon big. It's not that big, but it's big enough that they always have a good draw. I mean, this one was kind of weird because it was Hayden Christensen. They did a Happy Days reunion. Ron Howard was there, and Henry Winkler.
Father of Bryce Dallas Howard.
And one of the best directors of all time.
Yes, a lot of good videos.
And then, like I said, Kevin Spacey showed up last minute. What's funny is that the guy he replaced was John Cusack.
Say anything.
John Cusack.
Time machine.
My buddy actually has a John Cusack painting, a print that he drew that went completely to hell because Cusack decided to no show because he wanted to go protest Trump in Chicago instead.
Very nice.
So good for him. He completely screwed us out of money. Thanks, John Cusack. We'll see you in August.
Thanks, John. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell if you're already hitting that bell to know when we go live. We'll be back Thursday, 8:35 p.m. This will be on the audio pod here in about 10 minutes. So you can get your Big Dick Randy fix if you choose to do so. And
if I see that as the most replayed section of this show,
Oh,
When I go back and look at the metrics,
it's gonna
I'm
be lit.
in all of you.
It's gonna be lit.
All of you.
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. See you Thursday. Love you guys. Peace.
My neighbors think a Starlink satellite crashed in the neighborhood.
What?
Yeah, they got pictures of it. It's wild. I'll show you.
It's a CubeSat. We'll go look at it. All right, guys. Peace. Inhale. We out. Till Thursday.